Hi everybody, welcome to the gameplay for Apiary Color Infusions. I'm just going to put a random card here so that you're not looking at anything. So at the beginning of the day, we're going to shuffle our cards and draw 3 cards. That's our game rules. So because my cards are double-sided, I am going to do this under the table so that I can't see them. So excuse me a moment while I shuffle my cards. Okay, I'm ready. Let's play. So the first card, oh, nice. So the first card is the campsite card, and it says rest and relaxation. So here we're at the campsite and we're doing a little painting. And like I said, all my cards are double-sided. So this is the campsite before we arrive, and this is us settling in for a nice evening and a nice night of painting. And do you like the little critter sitting beside me? Um, Eating sunflower seeds while I paint. I brought some sunflower seeds just for him. Okay, so that's our first card, and it's a postcard, so it's going to mom. Second card, oh, nice. This card is the Take a Painting Hike card. So, day 2, we're going on a painting hike. And also a double-sided card. And like I said, I always stress, like, sometimes we're not done with our cards. This lake is not painted yet. Um, and the background isn't really done either. But you can see the gist of the card. She is kind of just admiring the scenery and painting. So take a painting hike. So that's an activity that we're going to be doing today. So the next card, da 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 da, and the last card that I've done it. Day 1 was painting prompts for 3 cards. So I feel good about completing all 3. Well, okay, like I said, I didn't complete all 3, but we got all 3 cards concepts done, and they're in card form, and we can hold them and we can play with them. So I consider that a win. This card is the Harvest Pigment card, and we're harvesting pigments from wildflowers. We're going on a painting hike, so we're going to need new paints. So this is the card for that, and on the back, mine has a color wheel. So if you haven't painted this card yet, here's a suggestion. It's a color wheel is always useful for you to maybe pick your colors that you want to do for your paintings. So, and my color wheel has drips of blue and red, which we're going to harvest and replenish our pigments for our paintings. So those are my 3 cards for today that we're going to be playing. All right, so let's continue and let's go do the story mode. Hello everyone and welcome to day 2 of Apiary Color Infusions. This is a journaling, sketching, painting, role-playing card game. Wow. That's a mouthful. I hope you enjoy. This is now day 2. If you missed day 1 and want to go back, please check the link. It's in the description. Okay, let's go. So here's a little instruction section. So today we're going to be pulling 3 cards from our card deck. We're going to read the card and decide what we want to do with them. These cards are coming from our day 1 part of the story, where 3 cards were suggested for sketching and painting. Now, if you only got through with 1 card, that's fine. Just draw 1 card and read it and do what it says on the card, and then paint some more tomorrow. If you finished all 3 cards, if you sketched, painted, and finished all 3 cards, oh my gosh, you're amazing. Let's continue playing, but go at your own pace. The pace is yours. For example, me, I have drawn all 3, I've painted all 3, however, they're not finished. So I haven't finished painting all 3. So I still have some painting work to do, but I'm going to play with them today anyway. So let's shamelessly do what the instructions say. Shuffle your deck and draw three cards. And do what the cards say, even if you only have one card. Wink. So, for example, my first card is the rest and relaxation card of the campsite. This is going to be a postcard that I'm going to send to mom. The next card is the take a hike card. So I guess we're doing that today. We're going to take a hike. The third card is the harvest pigment card. And as I said before, and I'm not quite sure how this is going to fit into the story, but as we go along, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the gist of how I'm going to fit this into the story. But it's the harvest the pigment card, and that's the other card I got. So let's move on to the story. It's now time for story mode. That was an amazing experience. In the morning, I collected some dew off the wildflowers to add to my painting supplies so that I would have enough for my painting hike. The scenery was lush and vibrant. There was so much inspiration in the air, and I breathed it all in. I spent most of the time taking pictures for reference. I'll settle down later in the evening and paint my second masterpiece. Here's a painting card suggestion. I'm going to pause here for a painting suggestion. Sketch or paint a landscape. Let's get back to the story. While on my hike, I couldn't shake the feeling that if I was to do this on my own, I would get terribly lost and they'd have to send rescue to find me. The anxiety is running deep. Even though these trails are carefully marked, what if I ended up on a trail that wasn't? I took another look at the camp events website, and there's another course coming up tomorrow that will solve all my life's problems: survival, map reading, and navigation. It's taught by a military guy, Sergeant Becker, so this should be good. I love me a man in uniform. Mm. It says here that a compass is required for the event, but if you don't have one, one will be provided to you as a loan. That's perfect. I definitely don't have one. I don't even know how to use one. Let's pause here for a painting suggestion. Paint a card. Sketch or paint a compass. Back to the story. After the painting hike, I made my way into town. Don't drive too fast and don't blink. You might miss it. This town is so small and cute, it could fit on one postcard. The whole town. I found the post office. It's in the same building as the bank, the town office, the library, and a small grocery store. Everything in one place. Very convenient. Tomorrow I'll send mom another postcard. I wonder how long it will take for her to get this one. Okay, last painting suggestion for the day. Sketch and paint the town. Okay, let's also add a game rule. Game rules are in the section called Game Rules. It's at the end of all the chapters, so check that out. We're making up the game rules as we go along. At the time of this recording, there are not many game rules, but I'm sure that page will grow real fast. So I know this was very short and sweet, and I hope you got some ideas of your next cards from the card prompts. So I also know I wasn't very descriptive on what I saw on the painting hike. I haven't actually gone on a real life painting hike yet. I'm hoping to do that this year. So it's a wish that I want to come true if I paint this card. So, mm, I have an idea though. I have a video in the description of a hike that I took years ago. So maybe you'll get some good views from this, and maybe you'll get some inspiration for that landscape painting that you're going to be working on. So please enjoy the little hiking video that I did years ago. I rewatched a bit of it just to um, find the link for you guys. And I already know that one of my paintings is going to involve a froggy. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Enjoy. And please share the cards that you've made with me. If you're painting along with me, please share them. You can share them with me on Instagram. That is probably the easiest way. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you and seeing all the cards that you've done. All right, but for now, I'll see you next time. I'm going to be working on some of the card prompts that I said to work on. See you later. Bye bye.